Hello, it's Mar again in our weekly. Let me check it works. It's Mar again in our weekly live stream. Normally, if you've been in my past live streams, you'll see that we animate and so on. Well, I do projects for my comic and animation company, but because right now we're in between two projects, what I'm doing today and what I also did last week is an illustration. So let me show it. It will look like this. Also, let me make sure that everything's working fine. Yeah, looks like it. So basically, some live streams ago, I made a poll to everyone in the chat on what do you like better, sharks or whales, and the whale won. And we will be using whale illustration for our live stream, like the ending screen for our live stream. So right now, what I'm doing is that illustration. We started this illustration in Spanish, in my Spanish channel, while streaming this morning, and we'll be finalizing. This is the color test. This is not final. The only final is maybe the line and so on. And I must say, the last 2-3 days I've been actually feeling sick. So especially yesterday I was like resting all day and so on, and this morning I was feeling really good. As I said, I did on a live stream and so on. But right now I'm starting to feel like a bit off, so on. So I don't know if we may stop earlier than usual. Usually these streams take 1 hour, 2 hours, since, you know, prioritizing health and so on. And it's the chat. Oh, we have 2 likes, thank you very much. And Mazel, Flash, Ramon, Meows, glad to see you here. Okay, so shall we start? For those wondering, I'm using Clip Studio Paint X. You can actually see it here. And we'll start. Okay, 1 second. I have to be actually pending on my email in some aspects because of notification stuff, also related to the live stream, so please don't mind me. Also, this is not a tutorial. We're here like to chat and have a good time. I said many times, the live stream is one part of the week that I always look forward to and chatting with you and so on. So that's it. I have some topics to talk about, so it's not just me like now I will be using this brush and so on. So I worked in this some hours ago, and I made sure that, for example, if you turn it like all into grays, like like it makes sense, it will look pretty. I can say that still we don't have like a lot of contrast, but it's sort of usual for that type of illustration. I still think we could go even a bit more darker, like the whale could have a bit more contrast. Let me see. Do we have, sorry, some things I'm very used to Photoshop, so it takes me a bit to find the right thing. For myself, when you turn the contrast on, you also get a more saturated effect. So let me just do it this way. But that pink line will keep pink. So basically what I'm doing is selecting the colors, right? So making sure that I like these colors. The colors I'm using. I'm liking it better now, and probably the sea could go darker. So tell me, how is your week going? What are you working on this week? What are you doing? By the way, this illustration will also be like, I will be sharing it online in various platforms most likely. but I also make it available as a wallpaper. Depends on how much I like it. At least for my Patreons will receive it. Welcome in. What are you? Yes, Meows, what are you doing? I mean, if you want to share, of course. Yeah, this looks more like ocean-ish colors. Oh, this is pretty. Yeah, like it better. There's an improvement. I also want to improve the sky. It's a bit fantasy-ish, like skies don't usually have like green clouds and purple lines randomly, you know. But we can get along here with a bit more freedom. There is some, this purple is more fitting, and the pink could be more. Hi Alex, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good week. Please excuse me. I hope no one got deaf because of this. I hope today the audio is working better, by the way. The other day it seemed that some of you heard me like a bit low. Liking this. Yeah, I think we'll go with these colors. No, maybe this is too orange. Too orange. Thank you for the best you. So hi, thank you for joining. I'm seeing more people coming in. Nice to meet you if you're new. My name is Mar. I created Animation Comic Studio, but this time I'm working on illustration because we're in between animation projects. Mia says, I consider making a pop art style video, but realize it's too time consuming. That's actually a very good skill. Like, we all have many creative ideas, but it has to make sense with like overall goals and what you want to make. Like, maybe spending like, I want to do a super cool animation, but if it will take me super long and I have other commitments, I will just like burn out, you know. So that's good. It's good that you notice. What else? Like, what's everyone working on? How's your week going? Anyone in the watching the video? I think I'll start working on the background. Let me take that sky and turn it into its own layer. So basically, I'll just have to select it like this. Hello Epsi, how are you doing? Nice to see you. Nice to see you around. Is this? Yeah, the chat is live. The video is live as well. English. I'm speaking English right now, or I'm trying. Let me see. Let me do the sky first, and then I'll paint again the clouds. So basically, I am creating. I'm from Spain. I'm creating a animation from Japan. Like, I'm from Spain. I've been living in Japan for 6 months. Oh my god, I'm so distracted. I'm Spanish. I'm speaking English, and I am creating. Whoa! I something broke my software in my brain. Alright, I'm Spanish. I've been living in Japan for 6 years, and I recently created an animation studio, which is like actually English speaking. We're various of us. Well, people in Europe really resemble each other, so I can take it as a compliment. Okay, so I'm trying to clear up the sky, like forget those green clouds for the moment. Okay. Again, this is not a tutorial, but if anyone has questions again about me, about what I'm painting and so on, it's always okay. It's fine. Go ahead. To make sure that this looks more like a sky, what I have to do is the part below needs to be more light colored than the part above, and right now it was reversed. So that will help give it a more sky-ish look. You'll see now, even with the strange lines. Alex, a brain glitch. Totally. Like you've seen, I was like, I don't know what I'm saying. Am I presenting myself? Like I'm talking about my job or the countries. Oh, someone, my throat is hurting a bit. Am I part Irish too? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure I'm Spanish from the past 3-4 generations, and at most I may have some Nordic something. But still. So basically in these like purple things we may add some stars into it, which will look really interesting, you'll see. Hey Kaushal, how are you doing? What are you working on? Or you're resting, chilling around? It's gonna be fun. I don't know if we'll finish this illustration in this stream. But anyway, this is our weekly stream. We're taking it chill, especially because, as I said, I've been sick for the last 3 days, and I thought it was perfectly fine for the stream, but since the last, half an hour inside, somehow I'm getting the symptoms back. And I did plan to rest as soon as I finish this stream. Like this afternoon, like okay, even if I feel good in the afternoon I would rest, and I still plan to do that for sure. So let's see how it goes. Oh, it is beautiful. It's beautiful colors. You'll see. You'll see. And we'll add the purple once again. So I'm making sure that it looks like very smooth in general for the sky, like not like very textured, tough lines, because that's something that we'll see more in the later with the clouds. I'm also covering up the sea now, but it's because we'll work with different layers soon, so don't mind that. What am I sitting on today? Today I'm sitting on a normal chair. Like can you whoops. Normal chair. And not jumping. Red hair people are but I'm not red hair, it's quite brown. Like my hair is mostly brown. Oh wait, I forgot. I had an extra light. Wait. Looks better, right? Like with the extra light. Does your husband like colors too? Is your husband an artist too? He has a very, he's in a different background, a different industry actually. Although he does like sometimes making doodles. Do you paint your husband? I've done some portraits for us actually. Okay, so this is how the sky just changed, right? And now I will be taking this color. Okay, so let me put it here. This color. For the clouds. So let's make the clouds. I would say the clouds should be something like this. Okay, this is the light color. Ooh, we have to go much lighter. Something like this to mark perspective. There's a big badass cloud. I don't want like a lot of clouds, you know. Not too much, not too many. Who's better, Van Gogh or Picasso? Personally, I like Van Gogh better. I like his style better. How about anyone else in the chat? Good question. Van Gogh or Picasso? Actually, wait. I think this screen is too tough. I shouldn't use it as much in such a close cloud. Also, where's the light coming from? Wait. I think the light is coming from here. So, that's not right. Do you speak? During the train your Spanish heritage? Hey, well, actually, Picasso spent a lot of time in France, by the way, also like Van Gogh. That's where he thrived, isn't he? But I must say, I went to the Picasso Museum in Barcelona, and the works I like from him the best are his earlier works. And also, I have a strange link to Picasso. Because, well, not a link with him directly, but I've seen him in pictures, videos, and so on. He looks a lot like my grandfather, a lot. Like, I'm pretty sure many people could be shown two pictures and be like, who's the famous artist? I don't know. You know, especially anyone who's like maybe not very used to Western faces, they would not know. No, I'm not Picasso's granddaughter as much as I know, but he does look a lot like my grandpa. And Picasso is from older. Like, my grandpa's still around, and I wish him to be around for longer as well. I'm making mistakes again. No, we should not see this color yet. Let's add a bit of fluffiness. It's a very odd clouds, right? Maybe they're needing a bit of fusion, so some yellow. Or pink, because we're not using this area. Blue? Do the clouds need more blue? No, it's the first time I do green cloud, especially in a purple white light environment. I'm liking that. I A says, hi again. What motivational beverage are you drinking for painting the whale coffee, water, tea? Tea, always tea. Now it's water. But before, in my previous live stream, I was drinking chamomile tea. The way to paint is to paint like it's the last painting of your life. Wow, that's profound. That's profound. I'll do more things. In this case, again, especially if we have new people, usually I do animations. But today, we're in between projects, so I decided to paint the whale that I promised I would do for at the end of the stream. So yeah, what are you doing today? General question to people in the chat. What are we working on? And please don't mind me if I check my phone from time to time. I need to make sure I'm updating with certain notifications that are also related to the stream. Okay, it's the whale feeding. I don't know. I think it's looking better now with some yellowish in the clouds, definitely. Ironic how it looks yellow, but actually it's completely blue, isn't it? Alright, I don't want to spend much more time in the clouds. And now, let me take out this. Now I will do some stars. Maybe we'll have stars in that sky. It looks like I'm spending so much time and effort in the sky, but actually the sea should be quite easy. Like, not maybe the wave will give me some work, but no will too. But this illustration shouldn't take a lot of time, especially if I was feeling well as usually. Where's the whale face? Where's the whale face? My whale is here, by the way. So here you can see the full illustration. I'm working on the sky now. Ah! Oof, I don't like this. How the hell did I got such a unrefined touch? Aha, that's better. So here are the stars. By the way, in the next newsletter that's coming on soon, like early August, I believe, I will be showing you my room, but I think I'll have to update it because I scheduled already that newsletter, right, for the content, because I already had a lot to share. But actually I may need to do it again, like update the newsletter pictures, because I was showing my room and I've been doing some updates and I love how it's looking now, like more plants, more space, more harmony in colors. It's lovely. Lovely. I'm so happy about it. It was worth, like, when I get to this room, I feel like I want to work so much. So good. It's so important to take care of one's environment. I've never been a very organized person. It took me many years. Mom will be proud. She would have appreciated that part of me when I was still living home with her. Finally it came. It's nice, right? Just a fantasy touch. I'll have to retouch with the clouds later. So I've been animating lately. I lost a bit my illustration and painting touch. Also, in the latest 2 animation projects, I've been having help actually for the backgrounds. Finally, which is great. I mean, I'm not very fan of doing backgrounds. I don't like it much, but I don't hate it either. Especially like I like clouds. It's nice. But that also means that because I haven't done it in a while, I lost a bit the practice. So I hope this looks nice. Hopefully. I think you are more like Bob Ross and this is your happy whale. Most likely. I mean, this is a very relaxing painting to do, let's be honest. So last week I was doing Brisa and that girl. And I loved it because I really felt like I wanted to do her, but this one is just like so relaxing, like the topic, everything. Do you have a scanner for drawings? I do have a scanner, but I haven't used it yet in a long time. I used it when I had it because I started the comic when lining traditionally, like drawing, inking traditionally, and then scan, clean up, and paint online, paint digitally. But yeah, I haven't used it much since then. Hey William, how are you doing? What are you up to today? This class doesn't do much sense to me. That's better. Yeah, that's much better. Hey, I'm doing good. Just drawing. Love the image you have so far. Thank you very much. Let me show more for new people coming in. I'm working on the sky. Like this is my color sketch thingy. Now we're getting to this. Saying that the color was more bright before in the... I think we've lost a bit of brightness with these clouds. Let me add it back. Pretty sure this is a very odd thing, but you know, with fantasy you have to try. I'm pretty sure that our new neighbor had added the laundry machine right on the wall to my room. I wish I could borrow your scanner. I'm doing okay. Seriously, my throat is not behaving well. Anyway, there's someone I wanted to talk to. I don't know if they'll join us today, but I know that some people have been having donation issues. Like they tried to donate but the link wasn't working, and it's especially important for this illustration because it will be I will add the high quality like this resolution, huge resolution for Patreons. So the problems I think are with PayPal. If anyone tries to make a donation, like all the links and how to, it's in the description of the video. If anyone tries to make a donation and they have any issue, please let me know, because we'll try to fix that. Okay, I'll be right back in a moment. Since we just finished the sky a bit. Well, I'll have to add a bit more stars maybe. I am making notes. Stars. So I don't forget. Okay, let me be back for a moment. I'll take a very quick rest. Say 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes. See you soon. I'm back. I need to turn off the AC and also eat something to see if I can smoothen my throat. So let me see the chat. About the scanner? Meows, do you have my email? Like, can you contact me, like, private message on Instagram or through email? If you can find a way to message me directly, maybe we can sort something out, because I'm not using it really. Well, I like sometimes, but yeah, message me. Also, because I went outside the room, I saw the drawing from the far, and I think that we need more contrast in these clouds. So shiny. So shiny. Let me add a bit more yellow here. So now it's pure white and we don't want that. Okay. It's so difficult to pick colors in such a short palette. Okay, now Wow, something like this. Yeah, it's looking cool. It's looking really cool. Let's see how long can I stand. Like really, I don't wanna endanger my health. So this will not be a long live stream even if I wanted to finish this illustration with you. Yeah, okay, let me actually. Yeah. So send me a private message in here, meows. We can talk about the scanner. And Giselle says their scanner may not work properly anymore. Okay. Oh, this is cute. This is so cute. Okay, we'll do the stars later. Let's do the sea. Let's do the sea. So next step will be the ocean. Let's copy this. New neighbors doing laundry. I'm glad they're clean. So now we'll see. Yes, with a new background. Ah, it looks nice, right? Yeah. Oh, but I sort of. Let me see, can I? Ah. Actually, wouldn't it be cool because the whale is coming from here, right? Let me show you. So the whale is coming from here. That's how it's been swimming. So most likely the tail of the whale just did a big splash here. So it will be really cool that we have a lot of bubbles, you know, that like still coming up from the whale, you know, like you just had like a big splash here and we still have like some watery thingies, like pure white. Yeah, it will look even more dynamic. Huh, I had a good idea. Ooh. But I don't want you to see my Instagram page. Embarrassing. Well, it's up to you. Or you can send me an email, I guess. I wanna swim with the whale. Oh, me too. Right, so let me fix first the smoothen part. Let's say like this, because we just messed up here, right? I wanna go darker even here. Right. So smoothen that. Okay, that's on. Okay, so that's the end of the sea. Not the end of the sea, like the depth, like it's going this way. And now I need to fix this splash area, which is very complicated. I should look at references, but I'm a bit lazy right now. So actually maybe I'll do that later, and now we can do the whale. What should I do now? Should I do first? Let me fix a bit this. and then I can think about what to do. So I said I doubt we'll finish this today. Something like that. Two from Sweden. Hi, long time no see you. How are you doing? How's everything? Splash. Didn't we do a splash from our first live stream? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So you don't want to make a full splash? Yes. Oh, I need to do this like properly later. Basically, this is the line that will go above. So this, wait, is the C from above. That's where we cut. Okay. Right, so this is the vast ocean. Okay. Vast ocean here. I'm starting to mix layers, dang it. And then there's a splash on the thing. What a mix of layers. Who's Katana? Hello! Outsider, how are you doing? So in my case, I'm starting to become a bit lazy because I'm getting tired. I have been a bit sick the last days and I thought I was better already, but nope. So I may actually close out the stream very early now. I think the whale should be darker. Like it's getting a little darker from the day, but still the lights and shiny parts will be very shiny. Right, so I'm giving it more contrast. It's not a humpback whale, it's sort of a mix. Looks better, thank you. Yeah, basically I'm like adding the details and then I'll be able to actually consider how like to actually paint it a detail and such in maybe in another live stream, or maybe offline in some rest time. Yeah, for now it should be something like this. June. Glad it looks better. Let me see, I had a few things to say. So for people who's joined now, let's say like the important things we've been saying today. So basically, reintroduction, I am Mar, I am an animation and comic creator. I founded my own studio in Tokyo. I've been living in Japan for 6 years. I just created this studio. Normally we do animation in these live streams, but today we're doing an illustration because we're in between projects. I've been sick for the last 3 days, so most likely we'll finish it earlier today so I can rest again. And like today I thought it was better, but apparently my body still tell me like to rest a bit. This illustration we're doing today, I may not finish it right now, but if you want it high quality so you can use it as a wallpaper or so on, I suggest joining my Patreon. The link's in the description of the video, because then you'll be able to access it like in there. Like I will just post it online in high quality for Patreons, like as a thank you reward for always supporting me. Always also thank you very much for like your likes in the video, for like commenting, staying in the chat and so on. It makes me really happy. I love doing live streams. It's a part of the week I always look forward to, and I'm actually pretty sad that today I'm not feeling like my best. Maybe you can notice my energy a bit different from other videos. Other things I wanted to say, I think that should be it. That's actually like key information. Okay, so maybe let's continue a bit the way. By the way, what color should the eye be? I think something very dark will help make it stand out. Yeah, looks more clear that way because we have so many lights going on in the full illustration. It's odd because normally I like do various parts of the illustration and such, but today I really feel like adding bit by bit, so it like compounds, and in the end I get the picture of what I want. I exactly didn't want to have to do the break between water and sky, but in the end that's how it looked like, and actually it's really cool, so I'll have to do my best and do that. So lazy. Or maybe I can ask someone in the team to help me if they want to take the challenge. Like I can do it, but somehow I'm feeling like really, because I'm tired, I'm feeling a bit lazy about it, to be honest. I mean, if it was like I have to do this big project, so on, then of course I'll be careful on what I promise, and then I'll do it because that's what it is. But in this case, where I'm doing it more like for fun, even if yes, I promise we get a whale, but I didn't say when and so on. Yeah, it's a different feeling. Yeah, so I'm adding more detail to the whale. Let's take out splash thing. Can you hear that? The crows. Classic sound that you hear in the animes. Is everything working well? I always worry when there's like absolutely nothing new in the chat for various minutes. I always worry that again YouTube is doing something. I'm sorry to annoy you and like ask like, can someone say something? But yeah, I don't rely on YouTube. YouTube is great, but in some things Sometimes I've been surprised negatively. Yeah, okay. Muzzlefly said something. That's good. That's good. I'm glad it's working. So this dark should be like the darkest because it's the color of the whale. So let's give the whale volume as it deserves. So now we're getting there, right? Let's at least maybe give a better touch to the whale. Okay. So I'm using the colors now and mixing it up, and then I'll add detail again to it. I'm trying to clarify, easily clarify the volumes. Oh, you're liking the illustration. Did you vote for the whale? The illustration comes from a poll that we did in the live stream many live streams ago, actually. Boy, I talk a lot. The grey whale is getting better. Thank you. Thank you. It's not a specific type of whale, so I base the shape especially in the humpback whale, but the colors I'm using now are more based on the blue whale, so it's quite a mix. And then that's pink because, who knows, there's a focus light below in pink, volcano or something. Oh, maybe not a volcano, let's not have volcanoes per whale. It will be good to add some shape here, some more volumes around the mouth, so it's even more clear that she's smiling. The whale smiling. How cute is that? Okay, it's cute. It's cute. Now we can add a bit more like lines. Again, this whale is not a realistic whale, clearly. I'm doing more or less like what I feel like. Because I like the shape of the handbags, but I also like the colors of the blue whales. It's a random pink line. Okay. Okay, so the whale is getting better now. Look, we're improving. We're improving a lot. Okay. Question in the chat: how would you go about making an audience cry through animation given 2-3 minutes? Have you heard of the tale of Princess Kaguya. That's what I have to storyboard out. Any tips, advice? Okay, so you have to tell the story, like retell the story of the tale of Princess Kaguya, which I do know a bit of the story, I think, or the basics. And you have to do a story that in storyboard in 2-3 minutes, like a storyboard for the story to take 2-3 minutes, and you want to make people cry. And 1, 2, 3. Aka says this is so relaxing. Thank you so much. I think it's like thank you too, and hope I'm glad it's relaxing. Alright, so to reapply to the animation question, how to make people cry in 2-3 minutes, and the story you have to base on is the tale of Princess Kaguya. Alright, so you already have a bittersweet ending, so that should give you an advantage. I mean, if you want to make people cry with a very sweet, good ending story, it could be trickier. How would I make people cry? Let me think. Okay, so things that make people cry are when they're very attached to the character dies. That's very sad. Separations are sad. So like types of story that we can relate to, like anyone can relate. Like maybe not everyone can relate to losing the money you won in the lottery, right? Like many people hasn't even won a lottery, but maybe they can relate to like losing money. So like try to find a part of the story that anyone can relate to. So let's say separation, death, and so on, and try to build a story around that. Of course, many people we've been affected with, like our emotions are very overwhelmed with like news, like media, other stories, and so on. So it's not as easy as once it was to make people cry. That's one thing. But the key still remains on things that are relatable. Like as I said, separation from someone you love, deaths and such, like loss of money or loss of certain values, loss of who you are, and so on. So things that end bad will make people sad. To make cry, it really depends on the person and needs to like really like go to the spot and connect. The other way to make cry is by beauty. Like you get like not cry by sadness, but cry by something that's really touching in sense of beauty, or that brings you back like very memories. For example, I've watched Mononoke Princess countless of times. Okay, same for Chihiro and other movies. But when I watched it in the cinema, and it wasn't the first time, it was like a few weeks ago actually, they're doing them again in Japan, and I got to see it in the cinema. I cried only at the beginning, like it was the beginning of the movie. I saw the credit of Ghibli and I almost cried. The movie didn't even start. Why? Because I have a story attached to it. I have the story that when I was a kid I wanted to see the movie in the cinemas, but I couldn't. And now as an adult I finally had the opportunity to do that, and that's like an emotion that was very, very deep on me. So of course like looking for that is a bit difficult, but don't think that making people cry is only through sadness, right? Like through the good, you have to help people connect to something and go around that. I don't know if it's helping because I'm like trying to think out of the blue about the question, how, like what would I do? So from the tale of Princess Kaguya, as we said, I remember there's a separation. There's also something that can people like usually make people really, really cry from sadness. That would be, for example, someone was good but the main character never knew. For example, let's say that the character Kaguya has to go back to the moon. I think it was something like that, but the family doesn't want that, and they get like, they have a fight about that. For example, I'm trying to like change a bit the story. So Kaguya has to go to the moon. Shinsei has to go. She has to go on that date, and the family doesn't agree, and they have a big fight. But at some point, Kaguya admits, okay, I want to stay with my grandpa. So we know that they're about to get reconciliated. But something else happens, where Kaguya stays, but she like, for example, dies. So the grandparents think that Kaguya actually went to the moon. Like the parents, like the family, think that she went to the moon without thinking about their feelings. But actually Kaguya wanted to stay and didn't even go to the moon, and she dies. That's really sad. So like knowing something like the audience knows something and the characters never actually reach that point, that's really, really sad. Like it's like, that's drama. Normally I personally try to avoid those stories, or like add it like in tiny pieces, not like as a main thing. I confess that Zootopia made me cry. That's fine. That's completely fine. Oh my god, I cry so often in any movies. Zootopia, did I cry? I don't think I cried in that one, but in many others. I cried on Frozen 2 in the end, because I was in a very good emotional state. I was very empowered by the movie and how animation can be so great, and the story and many things. And I cried and in the credits, not just because of the emotions brought from the movie, but about also my emotions. So yeah, Hachiko movie made me cry. Yeah, I mean, there's stories that are just made to make you cry in sadness because of that, because of the like in Hachiko, I haven't seen the movie, but it's the pure innocence of a dog. Like when you kill someone in a movie, it's like something's fine, you know, like a war, a soldier, they're supposed to die anyway. That's sad. Okay, forget I said that. That's why I'm not very in favor of wars. But for example, a grandma, a child, animals, dogs, cats. If the dog dies, oh my god, expect like the rainfall, like waterfall from my eyes, because they're innocent, they're pure. That makes you really sad. Never watched Frozen or recorded it through. Okay, I mean, I love Frozen itself, but I really liked Frozen 2 even more. I must admit, it's much more adult. So the first is very well done. The second one is like, it goes so much deeper. There's so more other messages and so on. Okay, so I don't know if I replied exactly. I said what you wanted, William, but maybe everything that we're saying now could make you think more about it. Like, do you want to make cry people from emotion because it's absolutely beautiful, because it's very sad, because there's some innocence and that happens to have something that's unfair, like the dog, like of course, like Hachiko, take the dog wants to meet the owner. I hope I'm not saying, okay, so if you haven't watched Hachiko and you plan to see it, mute the stream for a while, okay? I'm about to say spoilers. So basically, Hachiko, there's a dog, it's waiting for the owner never comes back at some point. That feels unfair because this innocent dog has no way to know and understand that the owner will never come back. He will keep waiting for the owner. Right, that's a story, as I know. So that feels so sad and so touching of the sweetness that's unfair. Like when in a movie you kill the kid, you kill the grandma, you kill the dog. That's how it feels. It's like it's unfair. It wasn't their fault. So yeah, I hope. Just let me know if that all helps. For the illustration, I'll stop here by today. I'm getting a bit tired, and I think we moved forward. I mean, look at where we started. Just give me a moment. So we started here, okay? We started here today, and now we are here, right? So look at the sky, look at the whale itself. right? Maybe the eyes are very creepy in dark, in black, now that I notice. So let's, I don't know, I'll think about something. Yeah, shine in the eye, now it's cute. For now. Okay, I'm going to type it out. Sorry if it's going to be long, but yeah, that works. I'm glad. This video should stay on YouTube, so you can then check again what I said if necessary. Okay. Oh, sorry, yeah, like this is the other side. We decided that the wheel just had like a big splash, which actually should be much in here in the back. So let me put this. Oh, no, come on. Yeah, that makes more sense. So, because of the movement of the wheel comes from there, right? Like possibly here in space. Oh, whoa, something like. Okay. So William just typed something long in the chat. Give me a moment. Nothing could communicate how I feel better than this song and this dialogue between you and I. What the woman was forced to return home to the moon, abandoning the one she loved. When Princess Kaguya had to go back to the moon, she left an elixir of immortality for the man she loved. However, the man had no intention of loving forever in a world without her. Oh, the story ends with him burning the elixir. Oh, that's beautiful. I think you'll get some people, yeah. I mean, like, the middle is a question from Mazel. I have no idea about Angel's Egg. Movie? Okay, continue reading. William. Princess Kaguya did everything she could to reject her suitors. Do you think a woman like that could give an immortality vision to the one she loved? I think so, yes. I mean, she'll reject other people who you don't love, also for respect to them, like don't make them lose their time and energy, right? I always think that the elixir was Princess Kaguya's message telling him I'll come back for you someday, even if it would have taken more time than a human lifespan. I think she gave him the elixir of immortality in bringing in the message, I'll wait for you forever. But the man didn't pick up on her message, so he said something moving and Alexander burned. It's a cruel story. I mean, I think you got it if you want to make people cry and sad, but to also be like very disappointed on humanity while in awe. Yeah, kayo winahime. I think you're in the, if you want to make people cry and sad, I think you're in the good place. That's what we were saying. People that doesn't know, like the example I was giving, like okay, she like the, in this case the man, like as I was like, okay, so there was a fight with Kaguya and the parents, and she was actually trying to stay, but they didn't know, so they ended up in a conflict and separated. But actually we knew that Kaguya was trying to make it up, so that's the same. Like the guy, the man she loves, doesn't get the message. Not exactly his fault, it depends. Maybe Kaguya's communication, the communication didn't fit, like it didn't connect. And then it ends in them separated, or like some sort of tragedy, when we know that actually they could have been together if he decided to wait. Not just decide to wait, because he was like, okay, I'll have to live forever, but without you I don't want to do that. Which is understandable, but he could have been, I want to wait forever, just in case you come back, right? So it's this, ouch. So be careful, because one thing is because just in case they come back, like it doesn't cross his mind. He thinks she's gone for good and believes her, right? It's so interesting. Believe me, some of my stories is an already made story. I wanted to practice storyboarding at school. If you want to make right through the storyboard, Okay, so the story is already done, and you have to create the storyboard. Okay, so I was giving more advice on the story. Making the storyboard more emotive. Okay, let me think. I think a story is the key to make people cry, but through the storyboard, I would say hint in details. For example, the hand that's like trembling. For example, like she's like when he turns away, she's trying to touch him, but doesn't in the end. So the viewer sees her doubt and wishes that she reaches him, but she doesn't want to hurt him. So, or like she already gave the elixir, and he doesn't notice. So play a lot with what the viewer sees and the characters don't see. That's a huge power you have on the storyboard. And also showing their emotions, like first shot, like the eyes, how they look, and how you build up the scenes, I would say. No, don't worry. Don't worry. I just hope that all my ideas I just got in the spot with your questions are somehow helpful, maybe with more time. Maybe like tonight I'll wake up with a perfect answer, or so on. Now, the Japanese knows Chuken Hachiko and Kaguya Hime, but I didn't know there are anime versions. Okay, so Kaguya Hime, I think has like many tales and a movie from Ghibli. I don't know if there's real life movies, at least not Western that I know. And about Hachiko, yes, it has a real action movie from Richard Gere. I don't know if there's an anime. Huh. Interesting. Alright, so I think we'll be closing up. This was a very strange ending, and again, I'm getting really tired. You can see from my doubts, like my slow talking and so on. But still, it was fun, and I'm very glad that we advanced in this illustration. We move forward. I may finish it offline or in a future live stream, but in the end I will put it on Patreon. So if you want to not only to help the studio but actually get the final version, like the high quality version for you, you can just consider supporting on Patreon. Actually, if asked, maybe I could even upload the one with my layers. If anyone tries the PayPal donation like before or after the stream, that doesn't matter. Please let me know if it doesn't work. And otherwise, anyway, thank you everyone for joining. Thank you very much for your likes, for everything. It's really fun to be here together. I'll keep checking here because that's the chat, so it's like I'm looking at you when I'm looking to this direction. I'm sorry if it's a bit confusing. I'm gonna take a super hot selfie for Instagram. Or just use a picture, use a kitty or something. It's fine, please don't. Okay, take care, thank you very much, and everyone too, please stay safe, and when you're sick, rest is important. So I was saying, I wouldn't have started if I knew that I was about to feel a bit sick again. Health is important, yeah. So, goodbye, have a very nice week, in case I don't make a stream again this week. And very nice to see you. Bye bye. Wait. There you go. Bye bye.